All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and salutation unto the hopeful elect, the one third of Yashar Allah, upholding the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. Peace and salutations. This is the brother Bakwasha. And I just want to go into Amos, the first chapter and the 11th verse. And it reads, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom," Edom being you so-called white people, right? Edom being the land in which you are from, okay? And Esau being your forefathers' your nationality. You come from the land of Edom, so you are Edomites. All right. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." Okay. And there's countless scenarios of Esau pursuing us as a brother. Okay. Because we come from the same womb. But I wanted to go into one of the precepts that show how Yahweh Shemiah Shai has characterized Edom, and how it was always going to be a clash. And let's grab this real quick. Wasn't going to go here. It says, this is Genesis 25 and 23. It says, "And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger." And so point being here is, okay, the first came out red and hairy all over like a garment, Esau, the so-called white man. Okay. And we came out after him smooth, a smooth man dwelling in tents, right? But the manner of people was Esau was going to be completely wicked on the left-hand side, okay, and do everything against the scriptures. And Jacob, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the people of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, the chosen, selected people, okay? And so the reason why Edom has still been pursuing us, going back to Amos 1 and 11, it says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof." Showing that Yahweh Shemiah Shai isn't all love, because there's punishment. Okay, and these are very basic fundamentals. These are basic fundamentals, but people read the scriptures blindly. Okay, it says, "I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword." Okay, so after the 2 nations were born, 2 men of people were born, right? Esau sold his birthright. From that point forward, it was on. Okay, anytime we tried to pass through the land or any of our captivities, Esau, the so-called white man, was there to forward our affliction. Okay, and I'm gonna bring out one precept and then I'm gonna wrap up. It says, "Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity." So there was never a time where Esau, the so-called white man, was merciful, and is not going to be merciful in the future. Okay. "And his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." So there's not going to be a point where Esau is just going to tone down, his anger or his hatred towards Israelites. All right. And here's a precept to reinforce that. This is Obadiah, verse 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So since Esau didn't want to abide by Yahweh Shemi Shai, and he wanted his anger to tear perpetually forever towards so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Yahweh Shemi Shai said, well, because of all of the violence that you've done, all that hatred that you've had for my people, your brother, okay? It says, thou shalt be cut off forever, okay? Scripture also talks about how Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to have war with Amalek, okay? Matter of fact, let's grab that real quick. This is Exodus chapter 17, verse 16. For he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Okay. So once again, of the sects of Edomites, Amalek being the head tribe. Okay. This war has been from the very beginning. Okay, that's why it's always been a division. That's why it's always clashes when you put Edomites around so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why they always want to have their own communities and all that kind of stuff. And plus, obviously, it's apparent that we're not the same people. Okay, they eat anything. Okay, and we have a restricted and a selected, customized, okay, dietary laws for us. Okay? But that's not the point. The point is verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So for all of the works and what you've done, you're going to be cut off forever. Verse 11, in the day, and this is an example of how his anger did tear perpetually, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that in the day that the strangers carried away captives, his forces and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. So because of those things and all and additional transgressions, what does the scripture say? Amos 11 and Amos 1 and 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom. We just went into one example. Okay. And really from the very beginning of time, all of those examples have been specifically towards Israelites. Okay. And for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. And I thought it was ironic because when you look up that word punishment in the Hebrew, it doesn't even have a Strong's number by it. So it's kind of weird. Matter of fact, let me show you real quick. Okay. So if you look for punishment right here, and maybe another brother knows why there isn't a Hebrew number there, a Strong's number. But anyway, so point being here is, it says, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. Okay, we just gave an example of that. Okay, and did cast off all pity. Okay, there's numerous examples of that today. And his anger did tear perpetually. Numerous examples of that today. And he kept his wrath forever. What's going to be the punishment? Verse 12. But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Bozrah. Verse 13. Actually, no. I mean, that's the point right there concerning Edom. And so point being here is these are chief places in Edom. Okay. And it's going to be devoured. You know, that's prophecy being fulfilled. Okay. And these are the things that our people need to know. Like the so-called white man ain't gonna get away with nothing, man. But just wanted to go into that real quick through the spirit. Just a quick hit, was just looking at that verse and, it spawned my spirit to go ahead and put it on wax. So Lord will, it was edifying. Until next time, shalom.